Today I'm going to show you how I rig up my punching setup. I'm using a 7.6 heavy, the Okeechobee rod today. You start out with your bobber stops. What you'll do, you'll slide it through that little hole, pull the line through a little bit, just like that. Now a lot of times if I'm using a weight that is 3/4 ounce or bigger, I will use 2 bobber stops, simply because it's aggravating when the weight slides down, and 2 bobber stops hold it a lot better. Alright, now you've got your bobber stops, just slide them up the line a little bit. You've got your weight, it's a 3/4 ounce Wu tungsten weight. Just thread it on there. Now then, you can tie.
Still on?
Yeah. You can tie 2 different knots when you're punching. The knot I use is a snail knot. Some people use a Palomar knot. Just personal preference. But the way I tie a snail knot, I always go in from this side where the hook is. You'll go in, you pull it through a little bit, and I take my finger, put it inside the hook, grab the bend of the hook. I got a little mess here. I ain't no pro. Alright. Now you've got your line coming down the back side of your hook. Alright, and you'll hold that loop with your finger. And hold it kind of tight. Now I use the weight right here to hold the other end tight. I'll slide it back down a little bit. See, it's holding this tight. Makes it easier for you, or it does me. And you'll go in between the keeper and the eye of the hook. And you're going to wrap that. I usually wrap it about 4 times. Some people wrap it 3, some people wrap it 5 or 6. I usually do it 4 or 5 times. Now you've got it wrapped, you've got it pulled back up here. Pull your finger out of that loop. You've got your loop, you got your tag end. Alright. Take and hold it. Make sure nothing slips. Put your tag in through the loop. Like I said, I'm not a pro. This is probably not going to be the prettiest video. Alright, now you got it through the loop, and you pull your main line back through. And I found with this knot, it's not as important to wet the line with this knot. You still need to, especially when you tighten it down, but it's not as important because it slides through really easy. Alright, now you've got your main line and your tag end. Just take your tag end, and at first I was cutting my tag end really close, but I had some trouble. I think that the knot was getting a little loose and sliding through, because I lost a few fish on a tournament day because of it. And I started cutting my tag end, leaving about 1/4 inch and cutting my tag end off. And it's going to be covered up. You'll have your bait going on through there. You'll have it right beside the keeper, so it won't be no big deal. And there's your snail knot. Alright, and I'll show you what the importance of a snail knot. I'm going to slide my bobber stops down. Alright, here's the importance of a snail knot. With a Palomar or any other knot, your hook's going to be setting just like this right here. Okay? Now, it's still going to be setting like this. But when you set the hook, that weight is going to push against that hook, and as you can already see, it's turning. Okay, when that weight pushes against that hook, it turns up like that. Alright? That's going to hit faster. It's going to hit into the top of the fish's mouth a lot quicker. But like I said, it's just personal preference, whichever knot you like to use. I use a Palomar on everything but flipping. I use a snell knot when I'm flipping, but a Palomar on everything else. Alright, just slide your weight back down. Alright, this right here is a Gambler Ugly Otter. I've been using these for a little while now, punching, flipping, putting them on jigs for trailers. Just take this, you see this little slot right here, that's the back of your bait. You take your hook and go right in past the barb. Alright, turn it out, and this one's been used, so it's not going to do just perfect. Alright, you'll slide it down to the eye of the hook, turn it, and slide it up. Alright, you've got it like that. You've got the eye of the hook showing just a little bit. Some people like to pull the bait all the way up to where it covers the eye of the hook, like that. Some people like to pull it back down to where the eye of the hook is showing. They say that it clicks with the weight, and you know, it gives it a little more action and sound. It's personal preference, whatever you like to do. Then take it and hook it. Alright, and you want that bait straight on that hook. See that? It's got a little bit of a bow in it right there where the hook is, but that's not going to hurt anything. Now you've got a perfectly good punching setup. Get out there and do a little punching. We're on Guntersville today, trying to flip up a few. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good video for you. But if you have any questions or comments about this, please leave them in the comment section, and like the video, subscribe to our channel. There'll be a lot more tutorial videos coming, a lot more tournament days, tournament recaps, practice days. We're going to do bloopers, we're going to do good days, bad days. Everything's going to be in there. We're not editing out much, so that'll be in the video too, because I look like an idiot because I can't talk. But anyway, there's your punching rig. Get out there and catch a big fish for me.